nervous.
Why?
I just got really nervous.
You got Daniel Emmett next
Oh,
to you
come
from
on.
America's Got Talent. Because you know what's
Stop it.
coming. That's why you're nervous.
From a show that I've never seen before.
Yeah, you're nervous because you don't watch the show, and I just keep cramming AGT royalty down your throat.
Yep, sure does.
Trey Bader, and now this.
It doesn't faze me.
Right?
It doesn't faze me at all.
No.
Did you
Good
at
try,
least
though.
watch the video I sent you?
I did watch the video, and I've actually seen him perform live.
Yes.
So,
we go
Which I
way
have
back.
not done.
boom.
There you go. Ha.
Well, I saw a rehearsal. I caught a rehearsal.
Nah.
You did catch a rehearsal.
Yeah, just
All
by
right, whatever.
by freak occurrence, you rehearse over where I do my other show, Action
I
Junkeez.
do.
And Ian over there at Show Creators, or should I not have said that?
No,
Oops.
Ian- yeah,
okay,
Ian's
okay,
awesome.
good, yeah.
Show Creators is a large-
I didn't know if the rehearsal spot was a secret. For
No,
you,
no,
but
not a
okay,
secret.
right.
Show Creators is amazing. It's a fantastic place to work, as you know, as
Yeah.
I know, it's incredible.
Yeah,
Very
yeah.
lucky to have that space.
Yeah,
Do they
I-
create shows? What is this?
They do.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's where we do the other podcast.
Don't leave me out of this.
Yeah,
I don't know
it's
what
where
that
we do
is.
the other show, but
Okay.
it's not just a podcast studio. Like it's a rehearsal space. Like Blue Man Group rehearse there, and some of the Cirque shows, I believe.
Yes.
Obviously, Daniel's over there because you've got a show
Gotcha.
coming up. Actually, we'll get to that.
Okay, we'll get to that.
I don't even know. There's so much to cover.
And he's really excited, by
I'm
the way.
so excited. Can you tell?
I can
I'm
tell.
so excited.
You're
Oh,
geeking
this
out.
is awesome.
You're
Yeah.
geeking out right now.
First of all, let's start with the obvious. You've got the Fiji water here. You just
Oh, yes.
dropped a bomb on me because I saw this video when it had like a few hundred views, and now you just told me. So there's a video out there where Daniel, tell me, you've been on the road a little bit with Marie Osmond.
Yes,
So
I've had an
tell
amazing
us.
opportunity. Okay, so Marie Osmond has been so kind to me and her entire team. We had an opportunity to sing together for Marie's symphonic show up with the Utah Symphony last month in June, and then just this last weekend we gave a free concert where over 20,000 people came up in Boise, Idaho. It was an amazing experience, and just meeting all those people, and also the concert. We did not charge admission to come to it, but we asked if they would bring donations to the local food bank, and we actually got 28,650 pounds of food
Wow.
were donated
Wow.
That's
over the
great.
course of a day. And just so during the meet and greet, the story goes, our managers came up and gave us this honkin' bottle of Fiji water and said, hey, you've got another show to do. You need to conserve your voice and just make sure you drink enough water.
Yep.
And so I looked at Marie and she said, I dare you to drink it faster than I can. I'm not going to shy away from the challenge. And so I said, all right, you're on.
Did you think it was even going to be close? Like you probably thought I got this, right?
You know, I've learned to never underestimate Marie.
Okay.
So I
Did
was
you like
ready.
open it and start chugging it and like, she's not gonna do this?
Do you know what? No, because she was like, here we go, cheers, bam. And so we went for it, and as you can see in the video, I keep checking where she's at because
Right.
I didn't keep my eye on the prize. But long story short, and spoiler alert, she beat me. And you know, she holds the reigning title. And we put that video up on Facebook and Instagram just as, you know, a fun moment that we shared. And I went to bed last night, and it was already doing amazing. And for my videos, it was in the 100,000 mark. I woke
Right.
up this morning and it had 18 million views.
Overnight.
Overnight. And I checked. I
Mind
just
blown,
checked
right?
a minute ago before we got on the air here, and it's up to 29,500,000.
Safe to say, Daniel Emmett, you have gone viral.
I have gone
Yes.
a little bit viral
Yes.
for chugging this monster.
Who would have thought?
I don't know, but
Right?
it was
Fiji water.
Fiji water,
And
man.
it's such a classic video because like there's people in the background and they're literally going chug, 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 like it's like Animal House or
I think it was beer or something.
Yeah,
That's
well,
gnarly.
you know, I never imagined that I would lose a drinking contest to Marie Osmond, but
No.
here I am, and yes, I did.
Do we have a date
I
for
can't
the
even say
rematch?
that.
We don't have a date for the rematch yet, but it's coming.
Is
oh,
she,
it's absolutely
is she ducking
coming.
you now?
I think you should challenge her. I think you should challenge her.
No. But absolutely, I think a rematch is in store, Marie. We'll have
I
to
would
do it.
love
That-
to
you
see
have to
that.
hold your breath the whole time, right? Like
Yes.
there's no breathing.
See, well, that's what I did wrong. See, at about 22 seconds in, I took a breath, and that's when that's when she just flew right past me.
Really?
Yep.
You've analyzed this. You
I
broke
have.
this down.
I
You're
have.
coming
Now,
a team
well, now that it's got
There's
this
a
many
science.
views,
There's a
well, you
science
see,
to it.
my family is just like, well, okay, if you hadn't looked at her, then you would have been able to keep drinking faster. And then, like, look, you're breathing right there.
Are you
stop
practicing
swallowing.
now at
You know,
home?
I'm.
Are you timing
I'm
yourself?
not, but I feel like I need to now
think you
after all this
should.
attention. I feel
Maybe
like
the
it's-
rematch needs to be like at some fraternity over at UNLV. Like,
That would be funny.
Maybe they teach you some drinking tips.
I guess. See, I don't know what to
Maybe
say.
you guys do it out of a bong. Or
Somehow, I don't think that's going to be quite on brand.
No,
I don't think Marie's doing a
I think
bong.
we'll just stick
Alright,
with this
I like it.
this 32 ounces of Fiji.
Maybe we bump up in size. Maybe.
We could try.
You know?
Well, let's get this one first.
Yeah, I
Let's
gotta-
master this one and then go from there.
I
Okay.
couldn't even chug that little.
I
bit.
can't chug, yeah.
I
man.
can't do it.
No,
I'd
it
be
was
spitting up.
I have been practicing, so
There you
I
go.
will have to get.
How
back
did
to
you
it.
guys link up, you and Marie?
She actually saw me on America's Got Talent, and
You know that show you don't watch?
What show is that again?
Yeah.
that
Damn.
one. We'll get you to watch it.
Whatever.
But she saw me on the show, and she was starting to do symphonic concerts. And Marie is venturing into the world of classical and opera herself and her own shows. So she invited me to come be a part of her first symphonic show up in Utah, and it was an amazing experience. And we've been able to do some amazing things together.
Now, when you get that call from Marie Osmond, you'd never met her prior to that?
I had
or-
not met her before,
So,
no.
are you like, is it, like, obviously you got a lot of popularity from being on the show, and so you're kind of used to being in the spotlight. I mean, you were on at a grand scale, but it's
It was
still
pretty
got to
cool.
be like, oh my God, Marie Osmond's calling, right?
Yeah, it was a great moment when that was we had, of course, I've grown up seeing her shows, and her and Donnie, of course, on the strip are incredible.
Right.
But it was mind blowing when I got that call that said, "Do you want to come and sing with me in Utah?" And I was like, "Yeah, I do."
Now, what was more nerve-wracking?
cool.
First time going out on stage for America's Got Talent, or with Marie? Or can you even compare it?
They're so different because with AGT, there's all that pressure of like, this is your audition. You have one chance to do it right.
Right.
And where with Marie, she was like, I can't wait to have you on stage with me. And it was a lot of pressure to be able to sing with a legend like Marie Osmond, but it was
Coming in
it was a
friendly.
supportive pressure
Sure.
as opposed to the great unknown of
Right.
AGT.
More of a competition. This is more of a performance.
Exactly. This was we're here building each other up together as opposed to you're competing with millions of other human beings for that one chance.
How was that experience? I want to hear about that experience.
So, should we go through the AGT
Yeah,
story a little
yeah.
bit? All right. So I had.
He's dying to know. Look
You're
at him.
dying to know.
Well, because
Look at
in
him.
case you're one of the, oh, by the way, you just said this water video had how many views?
29 million, yeah.
29 million. So just know you've gone from 29 million to about 18 people. Watch this. So don't get discouraged. But
I love our viewers.
if you're one
Don't
of the 18
speak
people
ill
living
of
under a
them.
rock, like Natalie here.
I don't live under a rock. I just don't watch television.
Okay, well,
I know
Well, that's
of the
all
show.
good.
I just don't watch it.
Right.
There is a difference.
Absolutely.
so Daniel shows up, and I'll just lay a little groundwork here.
Okay.
Daniel shows up to do his audition
Uh-huh.
at AGT, and he starts singing a song, and Simon, cut in when I screw this up, Simon cuts him off, like mid-song, and basically says, which
does?
Simon does from time to time, because Simon is a master at knowing where your sweet spot is as an entertainer, or as a singer. And so when something's not right, but when he senses, like, the guy has talent, he's just not doing the right material, he will literally shut it down, and he will voice his opinion and then offer an alternative, and then it's on the person to go do it. Like, I've seen him do it maybe a couple times. Like on Idol, I remember. I don't remember him doing it on AGT. Maybe one other time I can
Okay.
think of.
We were one of the first
But
times he did
yeah,
it on AGT last
So
year.
Yeah, I remember he did it on
what
American
were you
Idol a couple
singing?
times.
So what had happened was the golden rule for and you know this, the
Yeah.
golden rule for singers auditioning
Yes.
on AGT
Educate me.
is never sing an original song, right? That's
Right.
just that. Yeah, well, no one told me about the golden rule before I went out there. So I was singing an original song in Italian, and Simon, I got to honestly, it was probably the biggest part of the song, and Simon was just like, all right, okay, nope, he cut me off. And it wasn't because he didn't like the song that I was singing necessarily, but he had another song in mind that he wanted to hear me sing that he thought would be a better fit for my voice. He's like, I like that song, but I don't know if that's the song that's going to break you.
Okay,
So-
that's fair.
Right.
So it's like,
I mean, that's good.
yeah,
Yeah,
like,
at least you like.
with
didn't
Simon,
cut you.
that man gets a bad rap because anytime he's critical, he's trying to make you better, and that's what,
For
at least
sure.
from my experience.
And and the truth is only going to help you
Right.
wherever you're at.
And sometimes he's a little
Exactly.
blunt about delivering it, but
Sure.
hey, you hear it that way, so
Yeah.
it's really cool. But so then Simon said, "All right, I want you to learn this song, or come back and sing this song in an hour."
In an hour. So
In
we'll
an hour.
learn this new song
So
in an hour.
Have you ever
And
heard of the song?
I've never heard this song before. This song is in Italian, and I literally had an hour to like go backstage and
You
learn
are
it.
And now,
kidding
do you
me.
even
then-
speak Italian, or you can just memorize the lyrics? How does
I
that
do,
work?
I do speak it enough to get by in the country,
That's
but
hot.
I'm
All right.
not
Are you-
fluent in it. But
Okay.
Are you Italian?
but way back in the line somewhere.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But But singing in multiple languages is like it's something I've always loved to do since college. I got really passionate about that, and it ties well into like the classical crossover style that I sing. So I actually sing in 7 languages. But
Is Mandarin one of them by any chance?
it's not,
No? Okay.
not yet, but I'm working on it.
That would be cool.
That would be the 8th one. But no,
Yeah,
Italian
1 hour.
is-
Go.
Like, I'll be back in an hour. But no, it doesn't matter if you speak it or not. It's still quite a challenge that you're delivered. But that was through adrenaline and a little bit of caffeine was what got me through.
I bet.
Through that hour, and then that was the most terrifying moment ever.
That was a make it or
Like,
break it moment.
Yes.
Can you imagine? I mean, for you,
100%.
you're a dancer. Like, if you were on one of those dancing shows, that's where I don't know the names of those shows. So you think you can dance, okay? If you were on So You Think You Can
Me too,
Dance,
yeah.
and you came out and you did a routine, and J-Lo was a judge or whatever, and like she stopped you and was like, Natalie, not the right one. I want you to go do this song from Janet Jackson from whenever, and you had to learn
Right.
it in an hour.
Right.
You'd have a meltdown, wouldn't you?
Not necessarily, because dancers, that's how we do auditions.
Got
It's
it.
different. So we learn anywhere from a 1 minute to a 3 minute routine in like 10 to 15 minutes. And then we have to perform it as if we've been doing it for months.
Exactly.
We have to know the routine, remember it,
Right.
give show presence, everything.
Right.
So we're used to being, even in shows I've done on
Okay,
the
so
strip.
bad example. Fine.
Bad
So
example.
damn it.
Even showing the strips backstage, they're like, we had a number today. Here's your costume. You're going to learn it in 5 minutes. Perform it
Yeah, I don't know
between
how you
this
guys
number
do
and that number.
That's crazy.
So we do stuff like that all the time. But learning a song in a different language, yeah, that's
Yeah.
a little bit
concept, but
extreme.
a little different.
Yeah,
It
it's
was-
a different.
It was definitely like okay, because we don't get. There was no lyric sheet out there. There was
Yeah.
no teleprompter, no nothing.
You just listened to the song and just
Yep.
memorized it.
And actually,
Woo!
if you watch the video of the performance, I was practicing backstage where there were no people, there was no audience, so I was able to just like think of it like a karaoke machine in my head and kind of see the lyrics scrolling by. But I
Wow.
forgot to factor in that there would be live people out there when I sang it. So if you watch the video again, the 3rd line, I completely forgot what was happening because I was thinking ahead and I look out in the audience and I sang the 1st line and they all cheered. And I was like, hey, cool, people.
it throws
and
you.
I forgot to think about what was coming next. So luckily I got back on track, but there is a great moment that's
I
in
want to watch that
video.
again and see if I can spot it because that was
Yeah, I wanna
flawless,
watch
man.
this.
That he
But it
brought the
was-
house down. I mean, everybody was on their feet. That had to be. I know you didn't win that season, but that might actually be better.
You know what? I was just so grateful to have the
Yeah.
experience. It actually was quite the roller coaster. So I had that challenge my 1st episode, and then I, powered my way through it and got back on it. And then we got to the next round, which is judge cuts, which is when they decide who gets to go to the live shows and who does not. And I did not make it to the live shows. They cut.
I was livid.
They were.
Damn.
Yeah, I was.
Thank you,
I
man.
was.
Appreciate that.
I actually thought it was going to come. So, in full
Did you
disclosure,
almost boycott
on
the
episode
show?
1, when I saw Shin Lim, I told my girlfriend Vanessa, I said, "That's your winner. I don't even need to see anyone
Yep.
else. I hadn't even seen you yet."
He's great.
I said, "That's your winner. 100%. I am the master, Daniel, at picking the winner of AGT, Idol, and The
Perfect.
Voice. Early stage.
Well, who do you got this year?
Oh my
Early
gosh.
stage. This year's tough. So I really love Cody Lee Rocks, but I need to see so everyone has the one song that you can just your go-to when you're a singer. So it's easy to shine. With all due respect, I don't mean easy, but
No,
you
no,
know what
no,
I'm
no,
saying.
no,
Like,
absolutely.
everyone has that one. Like
You
boom,
have
right?
your number.
You have your number. Where you can go from there is another story. So we need to see that from Cody Lee.
Okay.
His story is amazing for those of you that don't watch the show. He's blind, and he's also is it autistic?
I believe so.
Right?
I believe so.
Amazing story, and he's amazing. Like you're bawling your eyes out. Episode 1, so he got a golden ticket. So we haven't seen him since.
Right,
And
he is. I've met him before. He's an amazing human being. On top of being
Yeah.
insanely talented and had a lot of hardships in his life to overcome, he's just a really good person
yeah,
as well. So
he's great.
any and all success he gets from the people deserves it.
Yeah. Then there's a young girl. I forgot her name. She's really good.
Yes, I know who you're talking about.
Did she? I'm not even positive she made it to the next round. I believe she
I
did.
don't. I'm sorry.
Did she not? I don't know.
I am
I'm
so
blank
behind.
now. Yeah, I'm a little
We
behind.
put- I
and then there's a
unfortunately
guy
have a
with
lot
a
of
beard.
AGT
He's
stuff.
from Norway. Maybe he's a singer. He's great. So I don't know. I don't know. I kind of lean towards Cody Lee. And then there's another young kid. There's a lot of good singers.
There are a lot of good
in
singers
this
here.
group. And then there's also another
Thank you all
magician.
for waiting for a year.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, it's
I
a
want you
good.
to pick one, and if you're wrong,
I'm going
I
with with
want
Cody
the
Lee.
diaper to
I'm
come
going-
back.
I'm going with
I want
Cody
the diaper
Lee.
to come back.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means, but I need an explanation.
Yeah. So you're a. I just found out you're a UFC fan.
Yes,
So
of course.
Conor McGregor's my favorite fighter.
Okay.
I made a bet with another podcast host when he fought Mayweather. I said McGregor's going to win. He's like, no chance. I'm like, if McGregor, he's like, let's bet. So I said, how much? He's like, I don't want to do money. Let's do something else. So we were like, dinner? And he's like, no, it's got to be something that's embarrassing. I'm like, I said, what? He says, if you lose, you have to walk around Mandalay Bay in an hour in a diaper. You know how that ended, that fight.
It ended with like a full
if you
day
Google
of him
John
in a
Orlando diaper.
He's not
Luckily, I didn't go as
around the strip holding signs.
Luckily, I didn't go as viral as Fiji water and you did.
I don't know
but,
why.
I went viral enough that on an airplane on a Southwest flight 2 days later, I got tap, 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 and I turned around. I'm like, yeah. And he's like, are you the diaper guy? And I'm like, yeah.
That's me.
Yeah, it was kind of love-hate. Recognized. That wasn't what I pictured when I got recognized.
I actually have a funny dare for you when
Yeah.
that day comes. I'm not gonna say it now, but I already have it in my head.
Okay.
What
So
you're
not
gonna do.
you're gonna hold it.
I'm gonna hold it till the
All
day
right.
comes,
Okay.
and then everyone will be like,
I like it.
yeah.
All right.
So what are you doing these days? Are you
Yeah.
performing
What's up
in
now?
Vegas?
So
what's-
What?
were you depressed at all after you
Good question.
exit the show?
You
Or
know
no?
what? Absolutely
It's all,
not.
it was win-win.
such an amazing experience because what had happened was after I did get cut, I was brought back as a wild card. So I got to go to the live shows. And then I sang actually Aerosmith's Don't Want to Miss a Thing in Spanish, which was my favorite song to do ever.
Yep.
Well, I wanna hear
And
that.
when you talk about like the
Yeah.
number, that's like become my favorite number to sing, absolutely. And so in that round, which was quarterfinals, I got put in what's called the Junkeez save, which is when America has to vote to like save you or not. They saved me. which
Dunkin'
was
Donuts is a sponsor of the
Yes.
show you don't watch, just so you're not left behind.
I
It's okay.
see what
Yeah.
they did there with
Yeah.
the word.
Yeah. So you have to
play.
spell everything out for Natalie as a non-viewer. You know?
Whatever.
So
Hey, there's other people probably don't know what that is
yes,
either, right?
very true.
There's
I'm not the only
You
one.
are not alone.
There's
You are not
more
alone.
people that listen to our show, or
What are you trying to say?
I don't know. We have 18. There's less than 18 people that
I
don't
think there's
watch
nine. I think there's
America's Got
19.
Talent.
I
That's
think
what I'm
there's
saying.
19.
Yeah.
There's 19 out there.
All right, fine.
But so
Tie
I did
counts,
get put
19.
in the
Yeah.
save round, and then America voted to save me, which was the best feeling in the whole
We
world.
voted.
That was, thank you. I
Yeah,
appreciate that.
me and the Pint-Sized Warrior, 100%.
Yes.
We voted.
That was the best moment of the entire show.
Yeah.
And then I got to the semifinals, and then I got put in the Dunkin' save again, but this time America did not save me.
Damn it.
There just weren't enough. There weren't enough.
It's okay.
But it's okay because the judges voted to save me, so I got to make it to the grand finale. And then for the final
Oh,
results
what a
episode,
tease though. What a like a
it was,
mind.
oh
Yeah.
my gosh, it was every week. I was like, "There's nothing more they can do to me, right?" Wrong.
know.
But for the final episode, I got to sing a duet with Placido Domingo, who's like a huge hero.
That's right. I forgot about
And
that.
one
That's
of like,
right.
the icons of the opera world. So that was just dream come true, and that's why it didn't matter that I didn't.
How
win.
far ahead of time do you learn that you're going to be doing that? Did they spring that on you like the day
Like
before,
2
or
days. Like day,
Wow.
2 days. I don't remember.
and you had
honestly,
no
that-
clue that was in the works?
Nope.
Wow, that's
No,
pretty cool.
I think they told me like
It happens so
36 hours
fast that you're
before
kind of in that rhythm of just
Right.
like
Oh, yeah.
go.
Right.
Well,
At that point, nothing surprises
right.
you. No curveballs.
I was
You're
like,
sure,
once they
sure,
gave me
sure.
a song to learn in an hour, I was like, that's fine. We got enough time. They,
Right.
they weren't worried. They were not worried
Yeah.
about anything being the time constraint after that.
Now, do you keep in touch with Simon or things or any of the judges like that, or is it not like that?
You know, it's the AGT family is huge, and they're such a great support.
It seems all the contestants are supportive.
Oh
and
my
it
gosh,
doesn't seem.
so
I'm
many-
sure there's
so many great friends
some
from
haters that might happen here and there, but
You know,
but it
always.
doesn't seem like it to me.
There may have been haters on the internet, but what's really cool is the backstage camaraderie that we all had. We were all great friends backstage. Everyone
great.
was just so fun to hang out with. And because all of our talents were so different, I would imagine it's a very different backstage feeling to like an American Idol or maybe a So You Think You Can Dance, where everyone is like in the same lane competing for a very similar aspect, a similar prize, a similar competing thing. Where you've got people who are aerialists and acrobats and magicians and singers and dog
True.
acts and comedians. And it's like, how can I compare how good I am to
Right.
a comedian? We do completely different things. So
Right.
we all can be friends backstage.
Right.
And it was very
That's a
cool.
valid point. 'Cause it could be a little catty.
Right.
Well,
Could be a little
you've
catty.
been in auditions before.
Oh
I've been in
yeah.
auditions before.
You
There's
don't tell each other about the audition until you're there. You're like,
Nope.
oh hey,
Yeah.
let's do this. Yeah.
But it
And
was
now-
a very different experience.
How dancers
Moving
are.
forward now, you're going to be doing some shows at Caesar's Palace.
Yes.
Tell
I
me.
am
Tell us
so
everything.
excited.
We want to know
Tell us,
everything.
tell us.
I cannot express how excited I am. My first show back in Vegas. is at Caesar's Palace. It's like we've worked very hard.
And you
Where
not
inside?
grew up here, but you've been here since you were like 15 or something.
Yes,
Cleopatra.
I grew up in Vegas. Vegas is where I learned how to sing, actually. I did not sing before I moved to Vegas. And being in this town of amazing entertainers and incredible performers inspired me to pursue that passion and follow my dream that now I get to live every day.
So what days, when can we see
So,
you? Give us information.
We're
It
coming.
is.
100%.
I know.
We're coming.
I would love to.
So
Yeah.
we're debuting this brand new show called All That I Am, and it's just that. It's all of my musical influences and all of the different aspects of music that make up who I am as a performer. And that show has a 6-night exclusive debut at Caesar's Palace, and that's August 25th and 26th, September 1st, September 6th, and September 22nd and 23rd. And
That is very broken
I'm
down.
very used to saying that.
Right? Like a
Are
pro.
those like weekend dates or week? I don't have my
Those
calendar.
are
Yeah.
Sundays and Mondays, and September 6th is a Friday.
Boom. There you go,
Okay.
everyone.
It's my birthday weekend, September
Is it?
6th. Yeah, I'm the 8th.
When is your birthday? You're the
September
8th?
Yeah.
I'm March 8th.
Are you? Hey.
Exactly 6 months apart.
Yeah, 6 months apart, but
a
then
few
in
years.
years.
Just saying, your half birthday is my birthday. then.
I'm gonna be
That's epic.
49, Daniel.
Same birthday?
I will be 49.
Get out.
Wait, you?
Yeah.
What? March 8th? Yes.
You're March 8th two times?
That's the best.
Hey, okay.
All right.
I'm May, if anyone
There you go.
cares.
Maybe insert
When
a
are you-
side-by-side photo of the two of you. March 8th babies
My birthday's
right
May
here.
2nd,
Yeah.
if anyone
Yeah,
cares.
there you
Got a
go.
baby
Whatever.
pic for me?
Yeah.
I'll chime
Got
in
a
and
baby
talk to
pic?
myself.
I'm sure we can find one.
Yeah, we need to post a baby pic of you and
Absolutely.
Ty. And
Oh, yeah.
right
Perfect.
there, baby pic of you and
Perfect.
Ty.
Yes,
Okay.
right there.
That's too
I
funny.
love it.
I love it.
And so...
Oh, I said mine's May 2nd, if anyone cares.
We can.
You guys had
Yeah,
a
no, we do,
bromance
we
going
do.
on, whatever.
There's no May 2nd babies that I know. I don't know
Get
if
outta
there are
here.
May 2nd
Such an awkward
people.
birthday.
Whatever. It's a great birthday.
Yeah.
Actually, it's terrible. The weather's so unpredictable.
Right.
Who knows if it's hot, cold? Anyway.
See, where I grew up, it was also unpredictable because I grew up in Rochester, New York, which sometimes it would snow on my birthday and sometimes it would be beautiful and sunny.
Right.
Now I'm in Vegas. We can just count on something.
I know.
You
It's a
can
good
count
thing.
on grasshoppers in Vegas.
We
What was going on
survived
here?
the
Did you have
invasion.
Did you see all these, or were you on the road?
I was on the road,
Oh
so I
man,
missed all
it was
of it,
literally
but-
raining grasshoppers.
That's terrifying.
It was awful.
Did you see my
No.
video of me skateboarding to work?
No.
No.
Okay,
missed
so I
it.
was just skateboarding. And I thought it was leaves on the
Yep.
ground. It was just dead grasshoppers, just everywhere, piled this big.
It was like a Hitchcock movie. It was crazy.
It was an invasion for sure.
Birds,
We
but
survived
grasshopper
it.
edition.
Right, right.
I was getting smacked. Oh, one landed on my shoulder while I was at my table.
I can't do it.
And then I walked to the well, and all the girls just start freaking out. And
Yeah.
I'm like, what happened? What happened?
It's weird that we freak out
There
over
was-
a bug, but I'm
there
one of
was
those
one.
people. I can't do
Another
it.
one landed on my area, and I flicked it to my customer's face. I work at a pool to
Nice.
catch you up.
Yeah.
So it was funny.
Okay.
I just got it at the pool, just everywhere. They were everywhere.
Yeah.
It was disgusting.
No, thank you.
Gross.
Yeah.
Hit the
Not-
road,
not
Jack.
fun.
Yes.
Nope.
And please don't come back.
Yeah.
No,
So
definitely.
you mentioned all genres, which is an interesting thing because I think everyone kind of thought of you as just an opera singer,
Right.
and that's not the case.
That is not the
That's
case.
just the song you picked that day. But
It is one facet of the music.
somehow
that I
you got
sing.
pigeonholed too
Well,
early. But you're going to show people there's
that's
many
okay.
dimensions to
Exactly.
Daniel Emmet.
That's exactly right.
What is your like? What are your like? If there's three artists, like if you're at home, I'm gonna fire up a CD and start listening to some music or whatever CD. There, yeah, all right, whatever.
I like it. I still use it.
iTunes,
I was
Spotify,
gonna say something
whatever.
like that.
Natalini.
I would say like if my Spotify
Cassette
playlist
tapes.
right now is bouncing, like what was just on in the car on the way out of here was probably the Stones, Rolling Stones.
Really?
Was Paint It Black was in my car on the way here.
Okay.
But I will easily jam to everything from Rolling Stones to Celine Dion to Pavarotti, Andrea Bocelli to everybody in between.
Okay.
It's all over. Adele is another one of my all-time favorites.
Got it.
Good one too.
And when you're in the car, are you singing along or no?
Oh, yes,
You are.
1000%,
Top of
always.
your lungs, always singing.
Always.
In the shower, are you singing?
Oh yeah.
Really?
It's rare when I'm not.
And you kind of have to anyway, like to stay sharp, right? Like that's
Exactly.
your
It's-
version of working out, I would imagine. right?
That's exactly right.
Were you performing before you auditioned, or was this
Yes.
something that you just wanted to pursue and
I've
see
been
what would happen
I've been
afterwards?
performing ever since I actually went to college for music as well, and been performing. Actually, it was the very first time I ever stepped on a stage as like myself and not a character in a school play. Was at the Bellagio here in 2009,
Okay.
10.
10 years ago.
About 10 years ago, yes. And it was for the Nevada Childhood Cancer Foundation's annual gala. Board member was a friend of the family,
Yep.
heard me practicing for something at school, and asked if I would come and sing at the gala. And I was like, yeah, that sounds really cool. And that was my first experience ever being on stage in front
Really?
of 800 or 900 people, so slightly
Oh, wow.
terrifying.
Yeah.
But it was such an amazing experience that I knew that was what I wanted to do forever. And my parents said, no, you're going to college. And so we compromised, and I went to college for music. So
Where did you go?
Had the
Chapman
same
University.
experience.
in
Okay.
Orange County.
Oh, Chapman. I grew up in Orange County.
Oh, very cool.
I went to Cal State Fullerton.
Fantastic.
And I was a dance major. So, yep. We were neighbors in
There
a
you
way.
go.
When did you graduate?
I don't want to age
We'll
myself.
talk about that later.
A couple years ago, last
Okay.
year.
Yeah.
Wink, wink, nudge,
I
nudge.
dropped out many years ago. I didn't finish. I dropped out a
Why?
semester ago. I don't know. Dad moved to
didn't feel like
Branson and said, "You want to do stand up and open for me?" And I was like, "Yep,
Yep.
I do." So that's what I did. Yeah.
Wow.
And then I realized after 10 years you have to be funny to do stand up. And so then, yeah, that's not that funny. Daniel, I'll let you know when I'm doing the comedy, okay?
That was such a good laugh.
Yeah, that was good. That was genuine. I liked that. Yeah, where were you in the 90s when I needed you? Damn.
He would have
was
been
a
the
wee
token
child.
laugh.
Yeah, if I could have cloned you from 92 to 2001,
One laugh.
right?
Oh, no.
I'd be opening for you on the next tour.
There you go.
Damn.
Oh, man.
Oh,
I
well.
would love to see
What
that.
can you do? Oh, man.
We'll make it happen.
Dream big.
Right?
Dream big,
Yeah.
John.
And so you'll do these shows at Caesars.
Yes.
And then how long is the show? Like about an hour? or
About an
so?
hour, 15 hours.
Yeah. And
Just
then
under 90 minutes.
do you
Vegas
figure out, you like kind of write the whole show and do like, it's one thing just to sing, but now this is another animal to take on is to
That
produce
is
a show,
exactly
right?
Right. We have an amazing team that is a part of this entire process. Ian and Amanda over at Show Creators
Yep.
have been a great help. James Taylor at Taylor Commercial Media is also producing the show, and I have an amazing music director, Jerry Williams, who is also the music director for Donnie and Marie on the strip. So I am just surrounded by legends in the business.
Yeah.
And we are putting together a very cool and very different show, something that I've never tackled this amount of stuff
Yeah.
before.
That's a really cool
You'll
showroom,
meet Ian.
too.
You have not,
It's a really intimate showroom.
you haven't met Ian yet, but Ian, and I haven't known Ian long, but just in the short amount of time I've known him for 4 or 5 months now, he has a great eye and a
Yes,
great
he does.
ear. Like he gets it, he really understands it. And I when I was popped in on your rehearsal,
Right.
I barged in.
Were you
Actually,
invited?
Ian, no, well, Ian, it was weird. We had just finished we were just about to start our show, and
That's right.
I heard you from outside. I'm
loud.
like, so I go, "Oh, you guys are rocking out to Daniel Emmet in there, literally," and he's like, "Yeah, he's in there." And I'm like, "Wait, I thought they were,
He was
I
like
thought they
your-
were
he was like
playing your song,
your
I'm like,
siren.
because I know people rehearse in there, so I thought, oh, someone's just doing like a dance routine. In my head, I'm like, someone's dancing to like a slow dance or whatever, And he's like, "No, it's Daniel Emmet." I'm like, "No. You mean like they're playing?" And he's like, "No, it's Daniel Emmet. He's rehearsing." I'm like, "Daniel Emmet is in there right now." He's like, "Yeah, you want to meet him?" I'm like, "Of course I want to meet him. I love AGT. What are you talking about? Bring me in there right now." So I went in.
We
and-
were actually rehearsing an original song that I'd co-written with Jerry Williams, our music director, and also Saida Garrett, who is most famous for co-writing
Man in the Mirror.
for Michael
Yep.
Jackson.
Yep. See, I knew that. Yeah.
So that's the kind of amazing opportunities I've had post AGT is to get to work with
Congratulations,
these
that's
writers
awesome.
and
Yeah.
amazing people in the business. But yeah, that's an exciting number that we're actually debuting at this show.
That's going to be awesome. But
Kudos to you.
watching you rehearse, I could tell that you seem very open to, sometimes performers, they get tunnel vision on their way, and part of that's good, but then also you got to be open to feedback,
Yeah, you need to know
and you
who-
seem to take the feedback really well.
It's actually something that Marie says best out of anybody who's ever heard it. It's that we can always learn. If you're not learning, you're dead as a performer. You
Right.
know who you are, absolutely, but if you're not
Right.
learning, you're not growing. And if you're not growing, you're dead.
Yeah.
So that's something that I'm really passionate about, just learning every aspect about what I can do. Because you want to make every show about a video aspect.
Right.
You're only as good as your last show.
Yeah, and that's what I got from that is I could see that you guys had a good team, that it's very collaborative, and you were open to, what their thoughts were. It was pretty cool to watch that until I had to go do my silly little show, and I was like, this is nonsense.
No,
Why am I walking out of here right now? All I did was I gave you like a little yeah, I love it. We didn't really get to meet, and then
We did not get to
yeah,
meet
and then I
officially.
slid into the DMs. Slid into the DMs.
No,
yeah.
you did
Well, I did
not.
speak to your manager.
You did speak with my manager.
First. I played the Tony O card quick. I was like, "Hi, how are you? My dad's Tony Orlando. I'd love to be a part
No,
of this."
you
Yeah,
didn't.
100%.
Oh,
Because
jeez.
I was hoping manager knew who that was, and she was like, "Oh, that's cool." And I was like, "Yes, I want to come to the show." Yeah, I was just trying to, however it could. But yeah,
like
I'm
the way
gonna try
I
to.
like the way you do
yeah,
that.
if Dad's
You just
still in town, he's at South. By the
dive
way,
in.
if you're in town, August either 8, 9, 10 or 9, 10, 11. 9, 10, 11.
Yes,
9, 10,
I am.
11. He's at South Point. If you want to
think I
come,
am.
I need to
just
write
let
that
me
down.
know
I'm
how
gonna
many I
forget.
need.
We have to go
and
see
we
his
will
dad
get it done.
perform.
But
No,
yeah,
August.
if he
This month,
is
right?
in town,
Or September?
August. Yeah.
Yeah.
And if he's still in town, which I think he is, when one of the weekends you're here, I'm definitely bringing him to
Love
the
to have
show
you guys.
because I know he was a fan too because he actually sent me he doesn't watch AGT. He's kind of like Natalie,
What?
but he keeps up on YouTube. He likes the best of,
Cool.
and so he saw the
Okay.
audition clip. He actually had sent that to me. He was like, check this guy out. And I was like,
that's
yeah,
so
I've
cool.
seen this guy. Like, are you kidding? I was like, yeah, this guy's going to be top 2. I had you and Shin coming in top 2.
You know
But-
what? I made it. I'm just so grateful that I made it to top 10 being a non-top 40 style artist.
Out of how
was
many
really
people
cool.
audition?
This is 75,000 every year.
75,000
Something like that. And then
Woo!
there's
Okay, I normally don't chime in.
Chime in, Ty. What do you got?
We have the same birthday, but do you understand how cool it is to have like the king of pop before Michael Jackson be speaking about you when you don't know?
Oh, my dad?
it's so cool. It is so cool.
ridiculous.
I've
Like,
never
it's
heard him
amazing.
referred to as King of Pop Pre. Yeah, I like that. I like that.
I like that a lot.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Well, you know, Michael, when my dad had a TV show, so my dad had a variety show on CBS from like 73 to 77 that replaced Sonny and Cher after Sonny and Cher got divorced. So my dad filled that time slot for like 3.5 years. And Michael, I remember being like 4 or 5 years old, and I remember Michael as like a 12 or 13-year-old sitting in the audience with Scott Baio at CBS in LA watching my dad tape his show, and he'd be like, Mr. Orlando, can I watch you? You know, and that was a bad Michael Jackson impression. That's why I don't do comedy. I'm not in a legend show. But yeah, Mr. Orlando. Yeah, I don't know. It's just.
I don't know. Maybe that's really what he sounds like. I've never met him before.
I never had the chance to meet him either.
but,
so,
Yeah, maybe that's.
But yeah, and then my dad was always blown away because Michael would sit and with a notepad, and my dad, and he was like 12 or 13. My dad would say, "Michael, what is it you're doing?" He's like, "Taking notes," you know, like.
Wow, really?
That's
Yeah.
what I've heard. I've heard he was like the most amazing student of the performance craft, and that's why he was so great.
Yeah.
Because he learned every chance he got.
And so, do you, as an artist, do you study? Like, I know you listen to music and stuff, but like, do you watch like some old like Sinatra and
All the
Bublé and Tony Bennett and those kind of guys?
All the time. It's great to learn from them. You can learn from Elvis. You can learn from everyone.
Right.
Anyone who there's a reason that they're a star, and you can always learn from whatever reason that is. And
Yep.
it's just there's something unique that they did better than everybody else, and learning how to. And you may not be able to use it in your own performance, but just learning how they connected to the audience is what's most important than anything. And that's actually why I'm so excited to be doing shows in Barge, because it is such an intimate venue that there's an opportunity to connect with each and every person in that audience during the show that you don't get in a venue like the Coliseum, which they're amazing in their own right, but there's something so special about, especially for the first show back in town, to be able to relate to everyone who's there and really be
And
able to.
iconic
Those-
casino and lounge
Yeah,
too.
and those
so.
intimate settings, like you said, like I love Imagine Dragons, and I've seen them in a big arena, but they do a charity event every year. You should probably come to that in September. I believe it's September
They do.
for Tyler Robinson Foundation.
Yes, that's right.
It's amazing, and they do. It's usually at Caesars, but I think this year they're at, I want to say Planet Hollywood, but don't quote me. But they do a smaller show for whatever the 1,000 people that's there, and it's amazing. It's just such a different connection that you can make,
But yeah, they're incredible performers. I saw them when they were at T-Mobile a few years ago. It's just the energy is out the roof. It's amazing.
And so your new show at Caesars, are you doing, and I don't know if you want to give it away, but are you doing like, is it some covers and a lot of original stuff?
Yes.
Is it both?
It is a mix of covers and originals. But
and then
Different
is
genres.
the
genres, yes.
goal, are you going in
Different
the studio
languages.
at some point?
Yes. Yes, that would be the dream, would be to have some great records, and we have been in the studio, and there is an album coming. I just can't say when.
Okay.
But yes,
I like it.
it's been a great process.
But
How
soon.
exciting.
But soon.
Yeah. How are we right now? On where are we at? Are we creeping up?
We are creeping.
I don't want to creep up.
I don't wanna creep.
I want to keep.
You want to keep going? We're creeping.
We're creeping?
We can extend.
Man.
We got 5 minutes exactly.
Do we?
Oh my
What
gosh.
did we not talk about?
What
that
have
you
we
want to
not
talk
talked
Is there
about?
anything out there?
I think we covered.
All right, so tell me this.
Covered
Let's
something.
let
Good
people
chug.
get to know the non-performing you.
Oh, dear.
On a Saturday night, it's your night off, whatever. You're home. You're not on the road. What's Daniel Emmet doing on a Saturday night?
Good question.
That is a great question. And I would say I'm either binging Netflix or I'm just, because usually I have a dog who is my, like, just everything.
Okay.
Actually,
What kind of dog?
he's a rescue border collie mix.
Okay.
And I love to go hiking with him whenever I'm home, and so you can find me out on the trails. But so
You're a hiker too, aren't you? Yeah.
It's too hot right now, but yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Way too hot.
Okay.
But yeah.
Your dog probably like burn his paws.
Yeah, no, we
walking.
don't
Yeah.
go out right now.
And so you're a Netflix and chill kind of guy.
Well, yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Netflix, or I'm cooking. That's when
Really?
when I'm home. I love to just be in the kitchen and just make food.
What's your favorite plate or your go-to plate?
go-to plate?
Whatever's in the fridge.
Homemade meatballs, and it's my grandma's secret recipe. So homemade meatballs
Oh,
and sauce.
dude, let us
Yeah.
know what time we're available.
Exactly.
You had me
I'll
at
clear
Italian
my
food.
schedule.
Yeah, I'm in.
We'll
But
figure
I
it
am
out.
in.
Ty,
Yeah.
you into
Really?
And you have me at homemade.
Let's do it. Why
And you
not?
sing while you're cooking.
Sometimes.
I like it while you're like
Sometimes if the
stirring
mood strikes.
sauce. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
I
good
like
stuff.
that.
Well, Daniel Emmett, thank you so much for doing this for our,
Thank you.
Yeah,
our
thanks for
small little
coming
show.
in.
Oh my gosh, it was
From
my pleasure. So much
25
fun.
million or 29 million views,
I don't know.
probably 40 by the time this comes out,
Probably.
to 25 people strong.
Hey.
Yeah.
Oh
No,
wow, it went
no,
from
come on.
18 to
But-
25.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm just thinking we're going to get a bump.